Dear Lochinvar, I stand here beside my window and look out at the moon shining in silvery splendor, casting an image of luminescent divinity in the sky. Myriad thoughts occupy my mind. The silence of the night is soulful and the airiness is fascinating. As I gaze at the luna, I wear a smile of innocence. Innocence, something that I never had the luxury of embracing in entirety. The world has its own way of deceiving people, and I'm not the only one. Do you realize how time passes by? I never did until now. I have been a victim of outlandish thoughts, and now they want me to philosophize life in its most bizarre way. Time. Time is what I do not have, Lochinvar. Time tells you where you are, and it is time that tells you where you were once upon a time. But tonight, I'm gushing out in a fusion of sagacity. I realize that time does not want to accept anyone with open arms. I asked it why, and it said, I'm precious. My ego is too big, and no slight is acceptable. Funny, I had always been thinking that I had all the time in the world to do things right. No, I'm not wishful of telling you what time is. You must already know it after all these years of standing on the ticking clock that wishes you away. But I look at the moon now and wonder how far away it is from all of us. From me. A lot must have happened to it. Maybe the moon was not what it is now. Maybe it was a supernatural entity that could command the seas and the monsters. Maybe it did not have scars on it. But it is far away from me, and if this is any indication of change, I should say that I approve of the scars that it bears now. Time must have been cruel to it, and my empathy knows no bounds. Because, my dear Lochinvar, I'm holding on to something fragile, a dream castle made of sand by the seashore. A castle that stands only till the advancing waters carry it away, leaving me with a future I do not wish to embrace. I feel a cool breeze caressing my cheeks and ruffling my tresses. I love how it plays with my hair and makes my mind drift away along with it to a place unknown. My thoughts lie there at that place with no name. The moon shining above looks down at me and smiles really bright. But Lochinvar, time has come back to haunt me. Time has my mind occupied and is asking me to travel back with it along the path that I had taken to witness the transition that took place, which it said I had previously failed to notice. The vision is bleak. Before closing my eyes into a deep trance of oceanic thoughts, I look up at the moon, which now is shy and half hidden behind the clouds. Do you think it is sad, Lochinvar? Or do you think it is scared? If scared, then of what? I wait for the moon to reappear, but it stays hidden. The guardians of space tell me to hurriedly go back in time, so I drop my eyelids of paranoia and let my mind float and find myself in an exotic land. The cool night breeze touches me gently this time, and I see roses smiling at me in spring. The buds of love sprout everywhere, giving way to branches of happiness and ecstasy. I see the birds singing in joy, and the dove cooing without a care in the world. The river that flows here is nothing but divinity in motion. I find myself being drawn inexorably into this unearthly bliss. The ethereal and rapturous essence it has given birth to is not something I can comprehend. But Lochinvar, I see them all fading and slipping into the future, into the present, into the now. I stand and watch them all fade into oblivion, and there is silence now, an ominous silence. My call to the birds is just a shout in the void. The roses in the valley have bowed before time. I'm terrified, Lochinvar. I'm afraid of what's going to happen to all of them and to me. The wind stops blowing, and I wake up to the dead night of haunting reality. I wake up and there is nothing that I see. Oh, Lochinvar, the moon has finally broken through the silver clouds and it tells me to look around. I look around and see the same roses in the valley, the river, and the birds that had me in their thrall. But nothing is the same as it was before. Roses have lost their fragrance. Birds have decided not to serenade me anymore, and the rivers seem to have vowed to obduracy to not move again. They have abandoned me and left me in this place with no name. And I see time standing loftily before me and smiling sardonically while intoning, "This is who I am and this is what I do," it says. Is this how things are always supposed to be? When the moments you were once used to present themselves in half, you are left craving for more. But you know deep down that none of those moments are going to smother you. Nothing remains in the end. What remains is a motley collection of selective memories. You either lament forlornly within a time frame of eternity or let the show go on. Let me push this thought back to the back of my mind for a while before time graces me with its presence. A presence I do not wish to be honored with. I'm going to close my window now, Lochinvar, because I'm scared of the moon and afraid of the breeze. I hope you understand me, Lochinvar. I hope you do.